Bitcoin is very close to a possible bullish weekly RSI breakout that would end the 2-year-long RSI resistance downtrend. Are green candles coming sooner than we think? That is what we're going to be discussing in today's video. What is up, guys? Welcome back to the channel. My name is Kevin Svenson, and today we're doing a quick update to discuss something that I'm seeing in the charts that sort of creeped up on us. Bitcoin silently creeping up to the RSI downtrend line. This one begins at the start of 2021. That means it is a 2-year-long RSI downtrend line. Now, this is possibly one of the most pivotal points for Bitcoin in the entire bear market thus far. A lot of people have been really just depressed, distracted with the bearish news. A lot of people walking away from the charts, walking away from crypto, not really, looking at the details. And here we are, deep in this bearish trend. Bitcoin starting off the year 2023 on a pretty low note, trading at 16,700, pretty boring down here. But this RSI signal, if we do get it here in the next couple weeks, could actually change the entire trend moving forward. If we're looking at Bitcoin back here in 2018, something similar happened here as well, where we had a longer RSI downtrend line. Once you pop above that, that's when things get bullish again. Now, I don't expect something like this, that 2019 run. I don't expect something like that to happen here because the macro environment is much different. The stock market is potentially going to be entering a recession. It could be that the next quarter or Q1, Q2 of 2023 is pretty bearish, and that is the downside risk here. That would be the thing that actually makes us reject the RSI downtrend. We actually go lower is if the stock market played out a full recession below the 200-week. That is the bearish potential that I want to just mention first and foremost. That is the biggest headwind here, guys. We're not sure if the stock market has finished its correction or not. Most recessions are 650 days, which means we are only halfway through this, potentially, if it is going to be a full-blown recession. But besides that potential bearish factor, right now Bitcoin is positioned for a possible major move up. Now, Bitcoin is deep within the downtrend. We actually have two downward sloping trend lines. This first one here, the uppermost resistance, that is the biggest macro trend line. And then we have this slightly lower resistance, right? So we have two major downward sloping resistance lines, and we're, well below the second one here. But what I'm looking at is that if we do get a breakout of this RSI downtrend line, it could mean that we're looking to tag the 50 level, not necessarily fly above it like in 2019, but at least fill the gap from the breakout and tag that 50 level. Because if you'll notice, the 50 level is very, very key in pretty much every environment, every cycle. We're bouncing off of this RSI 50 level in bull markets, then we're using it as resistance in bear markets, right? And the 50 level is very pivotal. So what I'm looking at now is that if we do get this 2-year-long RSI downtrend line to break, we may be looking to tag the 50 level. Not that we would go above it, but we would maybe at least just reach it. And that could potentially send us up to the upper resistance here, sitting at about, 20,000? I'm not going to be too specific with the price levels. Just around 20 to 21,000 is a potential upside target to be reached on a break of that weekly resistance. Tag the 50 level and potentially continue to use it as a resistance, and then eventually break above it and hold it as support in a bullish environment. It's likely going to take a long time. I don't expect any immediate bullishness or anything like that. And we also don't have confirmation yet. We actually need to close. So before you fly into the comment section and say, Kev, you're just spreading hopium, or you're just a permabull, whatever you're going to say, before you do that, just remember, we don't have confirmation. There's definitely some macro risk here. There's definitely potential that the overall traditional markets just don't find the support, just continue to go down. And in that case, Bitcoin's likely headed for something like 10,000, this previous area here where we found resistance, and support in 2020. Something like 10K is totally possible if the stock market continues down. But I just wanted to bring this to your attention, guys, that we are in a really good setup here for a possible trend shift back to at least a sideways market to form a longer base of support before then maybe later on turning that 50 level into support moving towards the 2024 halving. It could be that it acts as resistance first, and then we flip it, and then that's when the bullishness really begins. So all in all, I think that, you know, it's a good time to accumulate, but you could also just wait for more confirmations, you know, before having too much confidence. Right now, we're still in no man's land, but I do see that this setup is historically a pretty promising one. So we'll see if we can get a breakout here. If we get rejected, of course, that could mean much lower prices, 14K, 10K. All that is possible if the stock market cannot find support, right? But, you know, it's the new year. I just wanted to come to you guys with some of the things I'm looking at in the charts. Hope you guys enjoyed this video. Smash like, subscribe, and also you can get thousands of dollars in trading bonuses by using my BitGet link below. They also have 0 trading fees for spot trading on BitGet. 0 fees for spot trading. So that's pretty cool. That's where I'm doing a lot of my spot trading as well. Don't have to pay any fees. If you're in the US, you do need to use a VPN, but there's no KYC. And also, don't store your funds on exchanges. You know how that goes. You can lose everything if you store funds on exchanges. Always store your crypto on your own hardware wallet. But that's it, guys. I'll talk to you soon.